Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to another Train Sim World 4 stream. How are you guys doing? There's been plenty in the chat since we've got live. So I can't catch up to everything, obviously, but let me try and just say hello to everyone. Aaron, Transport Legend, Mr. Hamburger, Dark Master, Nabil. Who else did I see? Watch. Welcome all to the stream today. It's lovely to see you all. It's a pleasure to be with you guys once again after our little break yesterday. I've noted down some of the requests. I don't know if the Holiday Express was a real request, but I put it down there anyway. We've got 5 circle from Aaron that we'll be kicking off with. I'm not running the ICE on Benina line. I've said it a million times over, Henk. Just give me a normal timetable run. So we're on the Allegra on it. Yeah, let's get cracking. So I think I'm gonna follow the chat from live from now. So if there's anything that I missed that you specifically wanted me to see or respond to, please put it in the chat from now. Let's get it cracking. So I said this the other day, I've purged my Train Sim Mod 4 of all the mods that it had previously. So the game should run a lot more smoothly this time around. And all the routes should work, because last time we had issues with Bremen Oldenburg, we had issues with Link Rheinstrecke, and probably some other routes that we just didn't know about. But let's take an 8:30 morning rush hour service from Edinburgh towards Perth. I found out how to get the chat in all my streams. It's useful. Nice one, Aaron. Nice one. Aaron's channel is doing really, really well, man. Transport Legend. I do regular runs. I've said it before. If I got to spend time creating scenarios and runs and spawning this and spawning that and setting parts, I already only like give half an hour per request as it is, you know. So I don't want to detract any more from the running time. So that way, we get to maximize our time on all the routes that we end up playing. AWS, DSD, Vigilance. I need to sneeze. Bless me. Alright, team. What do you think of my request? Was it you that requested the Holiday Express, Hank? How was the loading time? The loading times, like, from what I remember, I didn't check it this time because I opened the game and then I went down to sort out the washing. But from what I remember, when I had just done the whole thing, I think it was like a minute, maybe 1 minute. So yeah, definitely, it's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Not a bad try that we see if the crash on the customer. I mean, Link Rheinstrecke is still up. Transport Legend, I'm not doing anything that's not a regular timetable run. I don't believe any of the ICEs run on the Benina line. So should I change it to Link Rheinstrecke? Hey, hello Dan. I did buy Bremen Oldenburg by return. They didn't enjoy me forget London Overground. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's what we love about Steam, really, isn't it? I think that if you, I guess it just depends on what you're attracted to naturally. You know, the sort of routes you're attracted to. Because Bremen Oldenburg is a whole different route to London Overground. So the possibility, I think, of you enjoying London Overground after you didn't enjoy Bremen Oldenburg, I think it's fair to say is rather high. I hope you're doing well though, Dan. Nice to see you again. Check the link to Link Rheinstrecke. Alright, Transport Legend, I got you. From Oldenburg, sure, it's not for everyone. I mean, I can't speak on it, to be honest. I can't speak on it because I haven't played it. So, in general, yeah, not everything is for everyone, and that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I don't want to sound like too high, too loud, too high. I'll put myself up a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. Let me know if the audio is fine. I should be coming over the game. But yeah, let's get to the next stop. Don't watch that starter. Let's get to the next stop, and then I'll change your request, Transport Legend. Yeah, Hamburg, Lübeck, and Lincoln included. I mean, it goes for any route, though, really, isn't it? That's what I was going to say, and I just completely went on a tangent. You know, you got people who their favorite type of routes are steam routes. Generally speaking, not because Dovetail haven't really done a good job of them. So generally speaking, they like steam, and they hate like modern stuff. And then you have people who are on the complete opposite side of the spectrum who detest anything like pre-2000s and love their modern stuff. So I think that's the beauty of having varieties, that you're not obviously obliged to own everything. You know, you can give certain things a go because you'll never know. You might experience a particular era and realize, whoa, this is actually amazing. But you have the choice. So, well, I say the choice. I mean, if you're a Steam fan, yes, technically there are Steam routes on Train Sim World. Are they good Steam routes? Has the whole Steam physics been done to a decent standard? Very debatable. So I think when you start looking into the details, that's when the cracks start to show up. I need something more modern and only passengers. Then yes, London Overground. Overground's definitely your cup of tea. Definitely your cup of tea. Alright, let me change this request real quick for Transport Legend. I can't get Pro Mods to work, it just is incompatible with game versions. What version Pro Mod 2.56 for? I don't know what version 2.56 is for. I think I'm on 2.68. 2.56, Aaron. That's years and years and years ago. Years and years old, sorry. The current one I'm on is 2.68. I'm pretty sure it's 2.68. Nabil can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Lincoln Rheinstrecker. I don't think I've driven that before. Same as Bremen Oldenburg. My spelling might be off. I hope it's not. If it is, forgive me. Also, I'm doing good, thanks. Hope you are good also. Just like you are. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Oh, thank you. You know, Nabil always hits me with, oh, you look tired. Oh, this. Oh, that. So it's good to hear that. Thank you. Glad to hear that. I'm glad that I look like I'm doing well. Okay, Nabil doesn't always do that, but he's done it before. Sad man, will you stream an ETS2 convoy this evening? It won't be a convoy. It will just be single player. But modded to hell, so should be somewhat entertaining. I'm really slow to respond, aren't I? Jesus Christ. Hey, Holy Trucker, how you doing? I need like an assistant who will just like solely reply to chat, and I'll just like waffle away in the background. Good luck, Tim. Thank you, Nabil. We're managing. Hello, Omar. I'm on the modded timetable with the 2024 timetable with like the HST. There's a new train operating company, Lumo. There's more services. There's trains here at Haymarket Depot. There's 385s driving past. There's an LNER Azuma service that goes through. Well, there's a couple services of those. So yeah, this is the modded timetable. Aaron, you've got to go to compatibility. So at the top where the menu is, you go to compatibility ETS2, and then it will show you all the promos versions and what ETS2 version they're for, and then you go like that. Hello, Connor. How you doing, mate? Oh, the Pedalino is a favorite. I told you, didn't I say something along the lines of that? I was in a Ford shopping center yesterday afternoon and there was a power car. In the whole shopping center. I shouldn't laugh really. I was oh my god, you're in the lift. How long were you stuck in the lift for? The whole place. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's something of a horror movie, man. Imagine all the lights go off on a shopping center and then you start hearing like zombie noises. Let's go touch grass. Alright. I done well catching up to chat, didn't I? I think I did a relatively decent job. I hope all your Monday is all of your Mondays. Yeah, all of your Mondays, but there's only one Monday. I hope this Monday, today, is going well for all of you. I hope it sets the standard for the coming week. New week, it's a fresh start. Whatever it was that might have been a bother last week, or maybe you didn't go to plan too tough, or maybe you just overworked yourself. Let's make this week a little bit different. Let's put our health first while remaining as productive as we can possibly be, and show love. It costs nothing to show love. Version of 385. That's what I love about this service, about this timetable. Sorry, Transport Legends. You get to do that. You get to actually do that. Okay, I don't want to go in too slowly. I never ever take the lift, but it has 2 floors, ground, bottom, and upper, and all of this. So the only reason he took the lift, well, I mean, as in, you never take a lift. You finally took one, and you get stuck. It is traumatizing. It is, getting stuck in a lift is not a nice experience. Jeez, I grew up in an estate. Trust me, I know. Especially when the lift just stinks of urine. Hey, hello, Mr. Novinus. No dispatching here today, unfortunately. I hope you're doing well. Also, I finally got traction lock to show back up on the HUD. It's a little red one at the very end of the HUD that's on the top. It should have been there for a long time. I've set it on when I first changed the HUD style. And God knows what mod, for whatever reason, caused it to not show up. I can't figure it out for the life of me what it could have been. I guess that's just like the UK standard then, Transport Legend. Any public lift. When did we kick this service off? 33, okay. I mean, to be fair, God knows what else you touched while you were there, so yeah, shower is not the worst idea in the world. I'm not sure what journey we're gonna do later on, by the way. I think I'm gonna buy a new truck. I'm getting tired of my Scania. I love it, don't get it twisted. I absolutely adore it, and I've driven it for the past like 10 years almost. But gotta switch it up, man. I was enjoying the Renault when I was playing Convoy. I was really enjoying the Renault. That truck was like my baby. I also like the new Man because I use it to pay homage to the Man that I started off with way back when. So, is there any possibility that the roadmap will come out tomorrow, or are we definitely waiting until next week? Also, what are we expecting to come out next? Is it going to be one of the locos, or is it going to be a route? Time for the hill climb. Hold the button, let the revs build up. Let it go. Maybe I didn't need notch 7, but it did the job. Apparently the roadmap was confirmed by Neil and just to be a driver. Oh, to be tomorrow? To the main expert loco. Is that, has I got like a date yet, or is it still to be confirmed? But now I'm not so excited, I kind of lost faith in them. Yeah, that's sort of the pattern. I feel like if there was a graph to show, I don't know, faith or excitement in Dovetail's releases, I feel like it would go like this. There'd be like initial excitement, and then you sort of start to see how things work and the reality of stuff. So that graph starts to sort of, you know, the curve starts to flatten out a little bit, and then you realize that it's not getting any better, and then it dips. I think it's kind of obvious where I stand there. 380 will probably come first, and then Thomas Limerick will maybe come last with Army Line. Christmas time. Newton time to go in. Oh man, as for that timetable, yeah. With the modded one, I don't even know if I want that timetable to come, because it's going to mean that the modded one is going to get scrapped. But I've said it before, it's just a matter of hiring, you know, competent people. If we're gonna rely on Joe every time we need a good timetable, or if we're gonna rely on Mike every time we need solid German content, when are they gonna have the opportunity to do their own to work on their own projects? And I feel like rather than search for more Joes or more Mikes, I don't know, it's nothing, it doesn't seem like anything's changing, man. It doesn't seem like anything changing, meaning, so then if for whatever reason Joe departs, or Mike departs, or both of them depart, are we just never going to have a good timetable again? Are we never going to have solid German content again? It's just a little bit weird, man. Not sure if tomorrow or Thursday. It's usually a Tuesday though, isn't it? So I don't see it coming out on a Thursday. Roots usually come out on Thursdays. Or have I got it confused? No, I think, yeah, Roots come out on Thursdays usually. The German loco is 2 to 3 months. So it's close. It's close. But as they always say themselves, those numbers are subject to change. So fingers crossed they don't. But it's better that we keep that in the back of our minds. So yeah, because now the evening streams are a thing, I'm going to be a lot more stricter with the 5 p.m. finishing time. So I think we've got like an hour and a half or so worth of route so far. Which is good so far. Means that we're still within reasonable time frame. But we will see how things go as time continues on. As I've said previously as well, it's 1 request per person, just to allow as many people as possible to have their own requests on screen. But if we get to the bottom of the route list and not many people have requested, then I will allow double requests or even triple requests if things are really quiet. The first train is from, is it Leven or Leven? Yesterday, calling, I can't remember. Okay, so as Rivet said, are they now going to start work on bringing that on? Maybe we'll come out at the same time as Skyhooks 158. Maybe it'll come as a pack. Maybe have Circle V2. Man, I actually wouldn't have faith in them, I actually wouldn't have faith that they'd be able to pull it out. Pull it off. I request that you give a request to Transport Legend as long as he's reasonable. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Dan's request is Transport Legend's request. That's fair. Can't wait for the Holiday Express. So what's the thinking there, Hank? As you've requested the Holiday Express, what's the thinking behind that? What's the reasoning? I'm curious to hear. Yes, Transport Legend, you may request. Thank you, Dan, for your kindness as always. If there's one route that I wouldn't touch of my own accord ever, it's the Holiday Express route. I remember you saying it was your least favorite route. Oh, okay, fair enough. So it's out of spite, basically. It's out of spite. Cool. Cool. Thanks. Next time we're out on the Nordschleife, just remember that. Leave me alone. I leave you alone, so you leave me alone as well. Why do I get bothered by flies all the time? The next time we're out on the Nordschleife, I had mercy on you last time. I had mercy on you. This time I won't. Glossop line. You know what? Why not? I don't think I've ran it before. No, I've never ran it before. I'm down. I've heard a lot of criticism about it, I'll be honest. I've heard a lot of criticism about Glossop line, but I'm yet to try it myself, so. And obviously, there's a difference between playing it often and playing it once. Because a lot of the complaints were centered around the fact that apparently there's not much in the way of replayability. So it's not anything that I'm going to experience playing it once through, or even just playing it for 30 minutes. But I'll bear that in mind anyway. I do like the Glossop line very much. Really? To overtake me, you need first to catch up. Are you implying I won't be able to? You're asking for trouble. It's a hamburger. I'm asking for trouble. I'm gonna fly as like yes. I hate them. They always manage to get in because there's a fishery. There's a fishery next door, and there's always fish. There's always fish. Well, there's always flies in like their bins and stuff. So they always manage to worm their way inside somehow. I don't have a clue. Because the only window I've got open is I've got like a net on it for this exact reason. But I've learned they're very crafty creatures, you know. Very, very crafty creatures. Where do you get timetable mods from? I get timetable mods from the Train Sim community website. That's where I get all my mods from. I won't even lie, not just the timetable ones. Once you go in there, you go to the Train Sim mods section. There's like another section. Well, like it's like you got many sections. So you got one, you got patches, sounds, timetables, announcements, and all sorts of stuff. Liveries, scenarios, everything you need basically. I was being nice last time. I tried to give Olympic 5 race on it. Okay, bet. I'm down. I don't know when I'll be able to with this current schedule, but I'm down. Add that one to the schedule, to the calendar at some point. Oh yeah, we'll do so right now. Actually, Transport Legend, thank you for the reminder. Never driven on the Glossop line. Never driven the Northern. It's a 323, right? 323 run, yeah. I've never driven the Northern liveried 323. I've only driven it on Cross City line, the Birmingham one. Right, so hold on a second. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. It's still good then. It's all good, I think, for time. Right, we'll do one stop after this, and then we'll move over to the one that everyone's looking forward to, Holiday Express. I only need to know how to get an online race on MLS setup. How about we don't do setups? We take the cars as they are, and leave it to the drivers to battle it out. How about that? No worries, Odie Trucker. But you know, I'm not gonna lie. There's only 3 minutes of that left anyway, so I might send it off early and go into Holiday Express. No, I mean on how to get a server running. Oh, good point. I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe we'll just have to find an existing server that's running on Imola and race whatever cars they have there. Right, let's mark 5 circle as played. I don't have too much experience with Imola, you know, but I can give you a solid run for your money, I'll tell you that much. I just need to delete Holiday Express out of my DLC list, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it's only got scenarios. Okay. Using the train, collect some letter blocks and spell out a happy message for it. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Hank. What have you done, man? What have you done? The naughty elf has put coal dust in the Christmas stocking. See what you can do to return the fireplace. Okay. I was right to avoid it. I've been right to avoid this route. The things I do for you. The misbehaving elf has tried to put out the fire by being troublesome again. Let's put an end to this strife by using the train. At least it aren't too long. It shouldn't exist in the first place in the bill. I don't want Christmas. I don't want your music either. I have my own. No, you know what? For Hank Hamburger to have the full experience that he has requested, let's turn the music off and let's enjoy only the Christmas jingles. Depress Adnan. This is what he wanted. This is what Mr. Hamburger wanted in the first place. Or punishment is this toy. Punishment is a great way to put it. I think 100%. Take the short formation. I don't even know. Don't even care. Climb up and sit in the big seat. Okay. The issue is, say like, what? Oh, bro, look at this. If this was like marketed to kids, I wouldn't mind. But it's just like a general DLC. It's not. Set the big break to no effort at all. I see what they've done here. I see the gimmicks. Okay. Hilarious. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, man. You deserve happiness. You deserve happiness. I'm happy for you. It's the fact that I'm playing a train simulator. You know what I'm saying? Say like this was like Transport Fever or Trains or Derail Valley or whatever it is. I don't even know how realistic they all are, but I know they're more gamey. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind, but it's the fact that I've come to simulate myself driving trains. You know? That's what's painful. That's what's painful. Who is dispatcher? It's the elf. The elf is dispatching. He's misbehaving and dispatching. He's probably a better dispatcher than half the people on the servers recently. I forgot I can drive here as well. Let me spice it up a little bit. Get me out of here. I can't like right click. I wanna go to the God mode menu. I can't. Like it's a nice idea. It's a nice idea. I'm not against it. Right? It's like I like it. It's just not for me. You know? I'm not a hater out of for the sake of hating. All right. All effort gone. Nice. How come you can drive 50 miles an hour in living room? I know, right? That's a very good question. Very, very, very good question. Make sure to check the signals. Oh, yeah, I will. I mean, I would hate to have a serious train incident, right? So, no, I'm definitely going to check the signals, yeah. And there's so many signals as well. It's so hard to keep my eye on all of them. Probably mechanical signal boxes. Are we actually gonna like? Are we gonna fill the train? I think we are. That is how I'm feeling right now. That is me right now. That face. I thought I had to go like at what 5 miles an hour, isn't it? But shouldn't it be filling anyway? Oh, we tried. How do I spawn in the it's an extras, I think. Oh my god, it's stuck. Can he move backwards? Bro. I thought I'd put it in backwards already. Yeah, the PZB setup. I've got PZB on, I've got CIFA on, I've got AWS, I've got DST, I've got DVD, I've got ETCS, I've got LZB on. We're set, don't worry man, we're set. This route is just so hardcore. This route is so hardcore. You need everything on, you know. There you go. I'm definitely hating on this one. 9.99 original price. Yeah, as well. There shouldn't be any more than like $5 or £5 or €5 or whatever. Never got a sofa. Sofa. I see what you did there. Because we're in a living room. I see what you did there, Transport Legend. Vigilance. I mentioned Vigilance. Don't worry, we've got everything on. Absolutely everything on. And I know people paid the full price for this one. 100%. 100%. I'm pretty sure Dovetail are going to see the statistics and be like, why is someone playing this? They're not going to understand. It's not going to make sense to them. And I don't, you know what? I hear it. I just want to see if I can drive the car. I should be able to. But sometimes it doesn't let me. I don't. He's back. He's back. I can't. NVIDIA broadcast, right? I realized my webcam's going to come back as well. I realized with the NVIDIA broadcast. Okay, I'm back. With the NVIDIA broadcast, it's got beef with Train Sim World. I'm not going to lie. Because all throughout playing Simrail earlier, it was completely fine. And then, not earlier, sorry, on Saturday, it was fine. Friday, it was fine. And then when it now comes to Train Sim World, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe it's a thing that happens because of the fact that, Tracing Mode 4, it was heavy. It was heavy. With all the mods I had on it, it was very heavy. So I thought maybe it's a thing where, there's a clash. There's a clash with all the resources that TrainSim was using, all the resources that Streamlabs is using, all the resources that everything else is using. But now, look at that. I'm only using 64% GPU, less than 30% CPU. So it's not like a hardware thing. It's just that for whatever reason they clash. Because when I was looking at why it was happening previously, a lot of the threads and whatnot that I saw about it were for particular games, that it was happening in particular games. So that's why I decided to try it on Simroll after I said I wouldn't use it again when it was bugging out on TrainSim Mod 4 last week. Oh, what do you know? It works in the other games. Thank you for letting me know though. This track gauge is roughly, I'd say roughly 3 centimeters probably. 2.5 to 3 centimeters for sure. Oh, we're gonna have to go screen now. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, right, I froze because it was so amazing, it's fantastic. And it's annoying because I don't like using this microphone. I hope it all sounds good anyway. If there's any like external sounds, do let me know. Because I've got no filters on. So I hear in the microphone as well. This is so interesting. Very, very interesting. This is definitely I used to say perhaps Blackwall branches was the best route, perhaps. What are the other good routes? I forgot. Blackwall branches. Perhaps London commuter because of the timetable. I used to think these were the top dogs. But now that I've played this, my eyes have been opened, man. I've had an awakening. I don't even know how these brakes work. Are they lapsed brakes in a toy? A little ridiculous, isn't it? Oh my god. To be fair, we are in a 3% gradient. It just doesn't want to stop. The brakes are on maximum. I can't put them any higher, mate. Backwards. Alright, good luck getting up this now. See, the thing is, we've brought coal for the fire, right? But it's wood. And this ain't going up. You got Hank's permission to move on if you're annoyed by the toy train. Oh no, we'll stick it out. I'm gonna finish the scenario. We'll stick it out. It's just good that I've got my I'm now assured of myself that I do this like this route. Okay, there's all effort going on all the brakes. Big brake, small brake. I mean, it's one way to... this is what I'm saying. If it was like specifically released for children, that would be great. I'd love that. Because it's a good way to even get them to like learn. Oh, even going up. Very slowly. It's a good way to teach kids. You know what I'm saying? So, for that reason, yeah, I hear it. Otherwise, I just don't see a point, mate. Sounds of Steam. DTG records and tapes. Sensational. What is this? Oh my god, there's an elevator. amazing. That's the level of innovation I want to see from Dovetail. Look how slow. I mean, I can't go any further. Surely I'm not expected to go any further than this, right? Surely. Quality control in this must have been a pain. Lovely route, you know, it's amazing. Unfortunately, can't finish it, so on to the next one we go. Gracefully, thankfully. Hank, thank you so much for the amazing, amazing request. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had the time of your life. And the music's back on. The jingles are over. The Christmas jingles are over. Until next year. Until next year. You loved it. I am so happy for you, my man. So happy for you. Is it Link Rise Tracker time? It is. Let's go. For like what, the first time on this channel? What train do you want to see? Was it Transport Legend? Gonna request it tomorrow. I'm gonna put you on mute. I'm gonna mute your Twitch. I'm gonna mute your YouTube, and then good luck. I see. Let's go for it. Why not? Oh, this was literally the exact service I tried to do last time, and it just crashed. And the exact service I loaded up, and it worked. So there's no reason for it not to. Or the old loco. They're all old. Everything on here is old, realistically. Some may not like that. I understand. But I think it's fair to say they're all old. Very dim. I haven't driven this in a while. I feel like I say that for every train, but it's just the truth. I suppose there are a lot of trains. I love like the old school DB fonts. Damn, this is super old school. What year is this route set in? I know it's new. It's modern enough to have the ICE one. 80s, 90s? Well, definitely 90s, but I couldn't tell you for the life of me. The reset. 1997, really? These were still knocking about back in 97. We are completely empty. '97. I was 1 year old. Free of stress and life's problems. Why is the throttle? Why is the what do you call it? This, for the name of it. Why is that on? Brake is unlocked. Brakes are released. We're drawing power. We're moving, so why is it showing that? That's very strange. 103 scraps in 98 and 110 was scraps in 99. Ah, okay. So So this was like the end, absolute end of their service life. This route is COD 4, right? With 628 coming in. My Nemesis. Looks good in the mint green though. That's a train I've barely driven on its own routes. I think I've driven it once, if anything, on the Nidatal one. There's another one. Let's see how far we can push this granddaddy. To be honest, this was basically his heyday anyway, so this was his time to shine. My shoulders are killing me, man. Been hurting for the past 2 days. Hello, Simon. Got back through the 103s last one, 2003. Oh, really? So... when did they come into service? How long were they around for in totality? Basically, late 90s, early 1000s were the last hurrah. $1970. Okay, to be fair, yeah, to be fair. I mean, to be fair, even with how things had advanced by then, they did well to last up until the 2000s. Very quiet. Okay, thank you for letting me know. This is why I didn't want to stop using broadcasts. And I've missed my FIFA. Nice. Let me see if I can adjust my quality. Okay, this should be better. I've turned the volume up considerably. So hopefully it's all good now. How do I clear this? Yeah, so I'm gonna need to do that. Nabil taught me this one. Thanks, Hank. With the sarcasm. I'm still suffering from the effects of the Holiday Express. That's what it was. That's definitely what it was. They stopped being the top locos when the 101s came in about 1998. What did they end up getting? So what is it today? Because as far as I'm aware, or maybe I'm mistaken, but are the 101s also sort of starting to come to the end of their time now? Have they started to be replaced? That's better. Good. Do you think Steam sale will start tomorrow? I actually have no clue. Usually they'll advertise it, no, beforehand. It is June though, so we're definitely due a sale. But I don't know off the top of my head the exact date that it usually starts. 110s were wound down pretty gradually, but a few are still around. Neither you blame a poor driving or days. Sales off 26th. 26th of June? Okay, actually, okay, yeah, because and then it will last through to July. Okay. Is it how long is it? 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks or is it a week? I think it's 2 weeks. Nabil saying 27th. 2013 was their last regular service. Man, I remember when the old district line trains here in London were being phased out. And I didn't do any research into exactly how that process was going to go when like the last service of the old D-Stocks was going to take place. I was sort of just living in the moment. And I remember seeing more and more and more of the newer trains that were replacing them, the S-Stock. And just feeling like a little part of me inside was just dying very, very slowly. And I know everything has to come to an end, right? But that one hurt. That one hurt, man. Because it was literally the only train I experienced growing up. And it's not like some widely known, famous diesel loco, because you still get some rail tours in the UK that will have like a 47 or 45s, where you can still, one way or another, have that experience today. But with any like old school London Underground train, once it's done, it's done. Steam global sales are always 2 weeks. Man, I want to say I really want to capitalize on it. I'm gonna need something there to capitalize with in the first place. I got ships. What's it called? Ships at sea or ships on sea or ships in sea? Whatever the ship one is. I got that in my mind. On my mind. I want to get Nebraska for American Truck Simulator. Can I even use it on 1.49? I don't even know. I I need to get the 2 DLCs for Assetto Corsa Competizione. There were some other things there as well I've got on my wish list. I've got like 10 items on my wish list. But they are more for semi-fast. They are only... Oh wait, sorry, I missed your initial one. Intercity 1 with the coaches you get into SW are rare now. You get Intercity 2, which are 146 or 147, so 5 Dostos. But they are more for semi-fast at 60 kilometers an hour. Speaking of Dosto, I've got a sound mod for the Dosto. I downloaded it today, and if we somehow get to a route that runs it, you guys can judge, because I've never been on one, so I don't know what they sound like in reality. But it's interesting because I feel like the Dosto is a unit we've had for so long in the game, and I think this is the second only sound mod that I've seen available. Ships at Sea, yeah, that's the one. Thank you. I love the fact that it's not just a matter of driving. It's not just a matter of sailing ships and, you know, piloting boats, but also, you know, you got like little challenges there, little missions. I do like stuff like that. I do like stuff like that. The sound mod is good. Already tried it. Only for the Rapid Transit Dosto and made for TSW3 mainly. Oh, really? Well, it's under TSW4, so, you know, it shouldn't cause any issues. It shouldn't cause any issues. I love that little bit of grass here. I assume. Well, they wouldn't be unused, would they? Why would there be? Why is there grass here? Actually, there shouldn't be grass here. I don't mind there being grass in the middle and stuff like that, but not. I feel like that. All those tracks are used often. I haven't tried that corner, no. I want TSW4 right now. Clicks on store. 101 for £2.38. I guess they're making way for the new one, isn't it? Trying to give everyone a little taster, so that when the expert mode one comes in, you'll be ready to give them your money. They did it with the was it this route they did it with? That was like, it was 90 something P at one point. No, it isn't. It just says in the title TSW2 /3 Dosto RC. Nabil, I ticked TSW4 on the side. Yeah, it was there. So they are saying it's compatible with TSW4. So I've got it. That's what I mean. It's not me that's saying it. They are saying it themselves. It's not on a TSW4 compatibility. You're wrong. I'll check. But I did it like half an hour before the stream started. So somehow, one way or another. Oh, you mean the new one? I think. Well, I said the new one. I said the recent one, isn't it? So you're wrong. How about that? Bring it down to 100 Ks. Is it going to slow down in time? I don't think so. Actually, you know what? We're not super close to where the limit kicks in. I think we'll be alright. The SRM one, yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna slow down in time. Nice. I'm so accustomed to using the braking on from Simrel, the braking keybinds that I have on Simrel. Okay, the brakes on this are actually quite good. What's the bad news, Mr. Hamburger? There's no worse news than having to play Holiday Express. Why you play Germany, country, not play England? I mean, Connor, the whole point of this stream is that anyone can request whatever they want to see. So if you want to see England, mate, just give me an English route. I'll play it. My gift subscription ends tomorrow. Oh no. Do we need save shows back to the rescue? Because he works during the day, he's more likely to come in on the evening streams. Not sure exactly of his availability, but if you hang around during the evenings, then you're more likely to get another one. I think now that you're gonna go back to ads, you're gonna know how good you really had it. That's how it always is. Haven't seen save shows in a while. I don't know. He's still about. The shoot, by the way, is such a disappointment. It's my favorite IRL. Really? What's disappointing about it, Simon? I'm ready for the list. So as we are here, waiting for our departure time. When did we start this, by the way? It's 5:47. Okay. Yeah, so we are going to be streaming twice a day this week. So 2 streams today, 2 streams Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well. Not Tuesday, not Sunday. So tonight we've got some Euro Truck Simulator 2 from 7 p.m. UK time onwards to 10 p.m. We've got some more Train Sim Mod 4 tomorrow as well. No, more Train Sim Mod 4 on Wednesday. I'm off tomorrow. I think I'm allowed to give myself a little break, right? I've been playing GTA Roleplay recently. Trying to figure out best way to go about the thing is the difficult thing about streaming GTA Roleplay, and I basically want to continue on, like, so it will be, I'm going to be focused on doing like trucking and basically stuff that I would do anyway. I don't really think there's a way to do like train stuff on the server that I'm on, but you can definitely do trucking. And so I could do a character who's a trucker basically. And the only issue I have with that is, for example, if I now say, oh yeah, we'll stream it on such and such day at such and such time, the queue to get into that server can be hours long. So I might not even be guaranteed to play a particular session. It restarts every, I don't know how long it takes, but it does go through some restarts a few times a day. So the best time to go on would be either early in the morning my time when it's quietest, or straight after a restart, and it's a gamble. You could go on and you could, you know, get lucky, or you know, you're queuing up until the next day. So I'm trying to figure out how I'd go around that basically. Kevin, outside view depart. I'm so sorry, Transport Legend. I saw your message too late. I'm so sorry. I'll do a flyby at some point when we pick up some speed. So in real life, there's a route on the other side of the river, and you can often see trains from opposite sides. So was that track did that exist at the time that this is set in? Trust there by no AC. The only reason, Hank, literally, I had literally started typing it, and then I completely forgot. I realized that I had forgotten about the DLC. So don't worry. As soon as the DLC is in order, I'll bring it back. Will be there. Hopefully, no crashes. Oops. Me too, Transport Legend. Me too, in both senses. Don't want the game to crash, and I don't want to crash myself. I'm currently doing a long journey, a very long journey, and not with a car, not with a bus, nothing that I can, go a little bit faster than I would with a truck. No, we're doing it with a truck. We're doing it with a truck, and it's from Kazakhstan to the UK. So yeah, maybe 5-6 hours, probably. I don't know whether I should make it one video or do it in parts. What would you guys prefer? I guess that's a big thing to add, but without that, it's so lacking. Oh my god, been on for 100 years. Well, I mean, it's not even about adding them now, Simon. It's about why didn't they do it in the first place? Because in terms of adding stuff, that's not gonna happen. You can stay wishing that for the rest of your life. It's not gonna happen. Dovetail don't do it. If anything, it will come as a community project using the editor, maybe. But I would hold your breath. The issue is, why wasn't it included in the first place? And I would have loved to hear Dovetail's reasons as to why. The AC DLC are cheap. I know they are. It's ACC that I need, Hank. I can't even if I wanted to get the cheap ones right now. I can't do that. Two routes are intrinsic to each other and really close. That sucks even more then, man. That sucks even more. My guess is, if you were to ask Dovetail why they didn't do it, they would say time. Pretty certain they would blame it on a lack of time. What happened? Why? Why? Even the original would have been a lot of work, but if it's too much work, don't make it. Yeah, I'd rather, yeah. It's better they do it properly from the get-go rather than. I mean, it's like the 5 circle. It's an iconic route that should have really been done with care and love and attention to detail. And we saw what Rivet did with it. What's going on with my power, by the way? think I've been applying it too harshly. Can I make another request or not? Not yet. Let's get the next one done. And then during Glossop line, if there isn't anything, then you can have another shot. Just do a new core update. It's out now, additional 5 gigs for the game. For what game, Holy Trucker? For Train Sim World. Link Rheinstrecke used to be the busiest intercity route in Germany, and for the right route it was for free. Both have local services. I mean, it definitely doesn't feel that way. I'll tell you what. Definitely doesn't. They haven't. Yeah. That hasn't translated into the game, unfortunately. And I think what you want to do with routes like these is not only obviously replicate the trains that ran and the service, the timetable, etc. But what you want to do is bring back the feeling, you know? You want to feel like you're in this time period. You play Blackpool Branches, and that's what it is. You feel like you're in the late 80s with just everything that's going on. It's to get that feeling. It's a mixture of different things. Also, that's half an hour gone. We're a long way away from Koblenz. So I'm gonna mark it as played now. Doing it now just dropped. I'm a day ahead of you though. Is there anything on the forums as to what it could be, Holy Trucker? Because I definitely didn't have anything this morning. By the way, we ever play Boston 21 again? Probably not. No, I don't have any plans to go back onto it. Also, they said 3 years later it would be in a transitional period, so lost the other DB stock lots. So just another strange decision then, by Dovetail Simon. That's basically what the vibe I'm getting from you know everything that you've said. Decisions that don't really make much sense. I think I've done the scenario. Yeah. I've done the scenario for the ticket one. But I haven't actually run like a regular timetable, so let's do that. Hydrate, that's not a bad shout. Thank you. Right. I want to try to take something that's busy, but there's not really much business in this route, is there? We'll take this one. The core update and all. Wait, it's actually the summer route, the summer core update. So what we getting? A couple bug fixes again? I can't believe how bad the last one was. Or is it just like a general update to fix bugs and stuff? Thank you very much for the follow. Your name will come up in a second, then I'll be able to thank you. Sammy Pig. I'll call you Sammy. Thank you, Sammy, for the follow. Appreciate you, my mate. Welcome to the welcome on board. Welcome to the community. Not sure updates taking forever to patch. They should say it on the forum. Holy Trucker. They should say it on the forum. You know what? There's a few old trains in here. Obviously, all 323s, unfortunately, but they're here nonetheless. And you can see Austrian and Swiss trains on the route IRL, and it didn't provide a full range of coaches. And the 110 isn't really a freight loco. I think I know a lot about the 110 not being a freight loco. That raised a lot of noise on the forums. That I remember. But I didn't know a lot of the other stuff. Yeah, it's fair to say I'm frustrated. Yeah, no, of course. Of course. You have every right to be. I just got train sim last night in the PSN sales. Had a good time so far. What routes have you been playing, Sammy? Right, let's get it cracking. Let's see what this route's all about. I actually don't have a clue what I should expect, to be totally honest. Also, the scenery just isn't great. A Rosa-esque. Yeah. 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 I mentioned it like once or twice, but I thought it a lot more. It wasn't great at all. The LNER high speed so far. Made the right mess of it. Well, I mean, if this is your foray into train sims, Sammy, we all got to start from somewhere, don't we? I've been there, my man. I think everyone's been there. That's a good route though so far. You've got what? You've got the 801, you've got the 66, you've got the 158, you've got the 323. I don't know if you drive this on there, but you do see it at one of the terminuses. I forgot which one. Why is there? Is this a formation that exists in real life? Was the East Midlands and Northern combo? That is really strange. I've been playing more and more sims lately. SnowRunner, Bus Sim, Construction Sim. Yeah, I would appreciate the more chill games now. Yeah, I mean, hey, yeah. I've always been. I feel like that's what sort of set me apart. No, not in a good way as well. When you're growing up, things are a little bit differently. I've always been into like simulation, right? So when everyone was into Call of Duty and FIFA, and the lot, I was just into my Sims. And even before I got into PC gaming, I used to just play like Need for Speed. I used to just play racing games, Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, and I was the only one for a long time in my friend group. But yeah, Tracing Mode 4 ain't a bad shout at all, man. Not a bad shout at all. Does take some patience, for sure, as does every game realistically. At the end of the day, it's sort of the nature of a sim, isn't it? It kind of has to take time. You have to take time with it. No, but livery designer liveries get dropped in randomly. It's not a livery designer. Neither of those are livery designer. That's why I pointed it out. Usually you'll see like one that I know I've got from Creators Club, for example, and I'll say, okay, yeah, I need to delete that one. That was just pure. That's just pure TSW-ness. Always wanted to try it, but the expensive DLCs always put me off. But there's a special edition, it's only £20. I mean, unfortunately, it's not like you have a plethora of train sim options, do you, on PlayStation? So you're kind of limited. SimRail should be coming to PS at some point. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But Train Sim Mode 4 is definitely good enough for now. And with how long a lot of the content has been out for, you have the advantage of sort of anything that may pique your interest or that sounds interesting. You can just YouTube it and you'll find gameplay of it. Or you can come on a stream like this and say, hey, I want to see I want to see this DLC, or I want to see that DLC. And I can provide that for you. Okay, we're back. My phone was tweaking out a little bit. Base game and like 15 DLC packs. Jesus, okay, yeah. For 20 quid. Solid. Solid. I'll give you a heads up. With Train Sim World as a series, not just 4, but anyone that may come out afterwards, you do want to look out for these sales. They don't come often, but a lot of content may not be, in a lot of people's opinions, and mine as well, may not be worth full price. So definitely take advantage of, you know, these sort of sales, because that's crazy. The Northern 158 is Creators Club. There's no Northern 158 in the SDSW. There is. Northern 158 is Glossop line. We're on the Glossop line. The only time I've gone into Creators Club is for Heathrow Express liveries, Great Western Railway for the Class 801 liveries. What else did I go there for? Oh yeah, of course, the what's the purple one? The purple and white one, I forgot, that I did for a live stream not too long ago. There was that one as well. Yeah, but you don't get a Northern 158 at the Glossop line, just a 323. So was that a 323 attached then? Because I have no business installing a Northern 323. Like, it's not something I'd go and do of my own accord, you know, go and look for. Could it not have been a 158 and 323 joined together? Do they have the same coupler type? I'll check anyway. Maybe when I was looking for something else, maybe I either did it by mistake or I did it without sort of noticing that I did it. So I'll take a look. But as far as I know, I shouldn't have any Northern liveries installed. I just bought the Bakerloo line DLC so I can leave my Nightmare commute. I mean, reliving it virtually is definitely less stressful. But yeah, so what? Did you used to be a train driver then, Sammy? That's pretty cool, man. Unless the Northern 158 console is another mod. Again, what mod could it have been installed with, though? Like, the only time liveries that I can remember off the top of my head came with mods was for the 5-circle timetable. And I think that might be it, you know. I think that might be it. No, passenger, now I can relieve it from the front. I mean, hey, I used to also take the Bakerloo line like 6 days a week, twice a day. And I don't think, that was the reason that I bought Train Sim World in the first place. It was Train Sim World 2. The Bakerloo line DLC alone was the reason I made the move. Because I tried Train Sim Classic before years and years back. Just didn't really do it for me. For several reasons. Performance being a big one. I didn't exactly have a gaming PC at the time. But I feel like for us Londoners, there's not much, you know, in terms of underground content. So that plus seeing the southern trains on East Coastway, yeah, that really did it for me. Almost a year later, I'm still waiting for my my TFL training to begin. It's been like 7 or 8 months now. My current commute is a Thameslink Peterborough to London. Is that in the game? No, we do have a Thameslink Class 700. It runs on Southeastern High Speed, which takes place in the Kent area. There's also a mod on PC that brings the 700 to the Brighton main line as well. But yeah, there's no route. It didn't come as a part of a route specific thing. It's just a local DLC. But yeah, it primarily runs, well, by default, I believe it only runs on Southeastern High Speed, which is a very good route, one of the top routes, without a doubt. Definitely worth investing into, alongside obviously all the DLC that, you know, comes with it. Midland Main Line as well, solid DLC. The training takes ages. My friend just completed a guardsman's training, took nearly 2 years. I mean, I know already. It's just that I didn't think I would suffer from it, you know, because I worked at a station a while ago, a London Underground one, and like almost everyone some people I spoke to waited 4 years. 4 years. So yeah, it can be bad. It can be really bad. But at that point, I wonder why they even open up positions then, if someone's gonna end up waiting for 4 years. Like, the application process was work in itself. The amount of tests and assessments. I think since I initially applied, it's been a year and a half since I initially sent off my application. I didn't even think of it like that. Flippin' hell. It was September 2022. Did I hydrate, Hank? I don't remember if I did or not. I remember you did the you redeemed it. But I don't for the life of me remember if I honored it or not. I can see why there's a lack of replayability. Playing it for the first time is chill, not too bad. But doing this back and forth over and over again, I mean, there's not much in the way of traffic. There's not much in the way of adverse signals. I can understand it. This route could have been a network. There are a couple of diesel branches off it which rejoin up each other. What trains are used on them though? I don't know, the 150 and you've got a decent network. That's the thing though. Dovetail just don't go back to modify routes. There's so much that could be done to so many routes that we already have, but I guess, you know, for Dovetail the money just ain't there. There's truck racing mod on AC. There's a mod for everything. You can race a shed. You can race a dinosaur on Assetto Corsa. So, what's a truck racing mod in comparison? Or a pacer? In this time period? Surely not, right? The thing is, even when this was made, the timing of it was very strange. It was almost like it was intended to be just a filler route. It didn't really make sense, and it was that time when things were a little bit quiet. So I think it was literally intended to just be a filler route and nothing more. Just to put something out to meet the quota. They didn't even have to go back. They should have done that initially. 150 and 323 were already in the game. Just about as the pace was disappearing. What year is this set in? Because I was under the impression that this is like late teens, late 20 teens. It was set in the late 20 teens. I thought all the paces had been eradicated by like the 2000s. Not really much in the way of AI, is there? On this section. Paces withdrawn 2020. Okay, I said it before. I say it again. I am so shielded. I feel like I'm so shielded here in the UK. Because that sounds ridiculous to me. Not here in the UK, so I meant like within London boundaries. That was a horrible stop. So where were they running then, leading up to their end? Local routes all over the north. I guess where there isn't any or wasn't any electrification, plus the Valley Land in Wales. I thought they mostly use the 150, different variants of the 150. My train knowledge isn't wide. I pick things up here and there, and I've always known the Wales that mostly have 150s in service. Is gradually pace to pace. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Now there's some trivia then. What else is like currently running that's like proper old school? Transport Legend, are you still about? ScotRail's HSTs. I saw a video yesterday on Instagram with of H. So HSTs are in. They've been sent over to Nigeria. Mexico as well, I believe, have got HSTs in service. Alright, Transport Legend. What do you want to see? What do you want to see after this? It will be... How much longer have we got of this one? Okay. So I think there's room for two more requests. GW's regional HSTs, GW Sleeper. So basically what I'm seeing, Simon, is that there's not much around the London area that like would be easy for me to locate, basically. GW66, that's not bad. It's not a bad shout. Maybe I'll give that scenario another try. The one with the tankers that I'm always spadding on. I remember heading to Portsmouth and seeing a 37, and I feel like they're not the hardest thing to spot outside of London, but for me it was just like this burst of excitement because I'm like, I've only ever seen that virtually and in videos. So seeing it like in real life was good, even though it was only for like a few seconds. I want to say I saw like was it a 108? 108 or a 109? But I'm not like certain. I just remember seeing the wheels. Sadly not just the 455s, which I'll go in soon. I want to say the 455s are like old school though. Or it's probably going to be one of those ones where it's like, I'm not appreciating it now, but then once they get taken out of service, pardon me, I'll start missing them. When did they first come into service, the 455s? They're older than the Pacers, what? What? I mean, to be fair, you've got a lot of trains on the underground that are from that era, and you wouldn't really think it off the jump. I would not have guessed 70s. Jesus Christ. I don't think I would have even guessed 80s. I'd have probably said the probably like mid 90s, maybe early 90s if I was pushing it. Thankfully, didn't derail. 1983. Okay, 1983. Still, yeah. If I had that as an option and like a multiple choice, I don't think I would have gone for it. Just a couple of years off before the Pacers. Before the Pacers is crazy. Some vehicles came from older units. So what are they transitioning to then? I've seen some 700s being used on those services, and three something or the other. I don't remember for the life of me. I haven't gone on those trains for a year now, or about a year there. Yeah, a year. I do enjoy driving them on Train Sim Classic. Route is not a smooth one to play on, but yeah, it's a train I do like. It's got a little unique sound as well. 701s. I saw a 701 on Saturday for the first time. It was a Northern. It was a Northern something. Great Northern. It was a Great Northern. In what station is it? I was in Finsbury Park when I saw it. Well, I don't know what the big station is right after Finsbury Park. Is it Finsbury Park? No. It's the line that goes past the Emirates, past the Arsenal Stadium. But there's a station right there by Finsbury Park. Yeah, more adventures. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I saw very clearly the direction now that things are going towards. Not Farringdon, no. Farringdon is miles away. Like there's a particular bridge when you're going into Finsbury Park from, well, I'm not going to say what compass direction because it depends where you're standing. But it's a line that I know goes past. It's where trains from King's Cross go past there. Trains from King's Cross go past there. Towards Bedford, dare I say? I can't remember now. It was a run I did on Train Sim Classic when I tried it all those years back. But the station, I know Finsbury Park. There is Finsbury Park. But is that what the National Rail station is called? The Overground station is called as well. I know obviously you have the underground there. But anyway, it was basically on that line. You sometimes see flirts there as well. But yeah, I saw I think it was a 700 and a 701, like side by side. Thameslink 700 and Great Northern 701. They were basically racing towards Finsbury Park. It is Finsbury Park, okay. I get a main line into Finsbury to get to Tube into London. Okay, that makes sense then. Fair enough. It's the one after or something that's Highbury, isn't it? Well, we made it. My first ever run on Glossop Line. Pretty underwhelming. Not too dissimilar from my first run on Link Runstrekker, to be honest. Some of these ped hairs are very, very bright until you get right up close to them. More or less perfectly on time for the Great Western Express. What have we got going on around there? Sort of station are we looking at? Relatively quiet. Not much in the way of anything, really. Pardon me. This one. This one right here. I think I've tried it 3 times and I've spadded it every single time. The lighting's interesting on this route. Other than that, especially with the enhancement pack, very, very decent. Actually, no. I think without the enhancement pack, it wouldn't be decent at all. But with the enhancement pack, adds a lot more life into it. I like it. Currently on board 6 Victor 70. Nice. Safety systems are on already. Make sure our brakes are cut in. Yep. We're in good setting. Let's get the instrument lights on. Headlights are on. Oh, we're basically ready to go, basically. We've got our VTG tankers. Super, super heavy. We'll release the brakes a touch. Just so that we're not having to go through the whole pipe when it is time to depart. Got a beautiful 43. What a time, man. What a time. Got a 166 coming as well. Right, another 166 coming from the other side, heading down towards Reading. I believe we're all heading to Reading. And then we should get the all clear very, very soon. We could hear the brakes hissing away. I think they're all, yeah, all cleared. So we're just waiting on the signal now. Bunch of engineers over here. Very, very hard at work. Doing exactly what they're paid to do. Got the lovely weathering on the on a DB aggregate wagons. I love that. That's a mod. Got the graffiti on these wagons as well. As well as like the general weathering. Is that 166 or is it HST? Anyway, we've been given the all clear, so let's get moving. Turning to work. I mean, hey. Kind of makes sense why there's always delays. One thing that used to really annoy me when I'd make my morning commute to work is when a particular line, it wouldn't even have to be my line, just hearing it. When a line would be delayed due to overrunning engineering work. And it's like, you guys had literally the whole night. They're meant to be done like an hour before, over an hour before before everything opens. And it's like, because I know I know that they didn't really work very hard. I'm sure a lot of them do, but I've spoken to a lot of engineers on the London Underground, and they get paid a lot of money to do not very much, man. And then it's like, when it now affects me, and I sort of know what's going on behind the scenes, it's like, know what I'm trying to hear. And like I said, it doesn't really need to directly affect me. Just hearing it can set me off, says the engineer. Engineer in progress. Engineer in progress. I'm actually really looking forward to the first year of my course. They're making me pay for it again. I paid for the whole year last year. Now they're making me pay for this year as well. I actually need to check for my results. I think I should have gotten them by now. Right, I need to keep an eye out for these signals here. Yes, I passed everything. Let me actually double check that that's everything. Open desktop site. I switched from mobile site to desktop site, and it signed me out. How does that even make sense? Everything was a pass though. Bruh. You don't want me to win. Hello, my darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Not too bad, you know. Not too bad. I'm hoping that I'm not going to get worn out by doing 2 streams a day this week. Today's going to be day 1. I'm just triple checking my my uni results. Okay, yeah, officially, yeah, I passed everything. Nice. Nice. Ah, shite. Ah, shite. Great. Great. The best. Thank you. I'm doing it again. Doing it until I pass it. No one gave me a heads up. You guys just want to watch the world burn. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it until I get it right. We should. I agree. I am in heavy agreement. Any must-have DLCs I should get. Blackpool branches, Midland Main Line, Southeastern High Speed with all the DLCs. I need to sneeze again. Okay, I'm good. Blackpool's on sale, sweet. Blackpool is arguably, Sammy, the best CSW route. Thank you. I didn't sneeze, but I'll put that one in the bank for when I do. You deserve it. Thank you, my love. That is the first time I've successfully passed the year of any sort at uni level. So means a lot more than I'm putting it out to mean. Right, take two. We move again. To maximize Southeastern High Speed, Sammy, like I said, on its own, to be fair, on its own, it's solid. Solid on its own. But to maximize it, bearing in mind that, yeah, you've got the Class 700 DLC, you've got the Cargo Pack Volume 1 and Volume 2. I feel like I'm missing something. I probably am. Oh, the Class 37. There's a Class 37. Check the PlayStation Store. But there's a particular Class 37 DLC, and I think that's it. That should make me so proud of you. Thank you, my love. That's why you're my wife, because you get it. You get it. You get it. I do have an energy drink with me, but it's like as a backup, keeping it there for when it's needed. Time to rinse the bank. What? Okay, cool. Yeah, and also the Cargo Pack Volume 1 and Volume 2 are also. They're mainly, I think, if I'm not mistaken, mainly for the Midland Main Line, but then they also add scenarios for Great Western Express and Southeastern High Speed. Baldy. Right, let's get moving, shall we? I didn't clear the brakes. The aggregate packs, yes. This Volume 2 came out like a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago or so. I really enjoyed it, and Cargo Pack Volume 1 as well came out, which is what this scenario is part of. It brought in these VTG tanks, which are actually a challenge to drive. So, yeah, definitely worth checking out. But also, Sammy, it does depend on what you're interested in, right? Because cool, they could be amazing for freight, for example, but if you don't like freight, you're not going to enjoy it. It doesn't matter how good they are, you know. So what sort of routes or services are you interested in? Hopefully not Steam. Not sure at the moment. Commute lines originally, but a small amount of freight I did in the Tuso I really enjoyed. So the service with the, to be fair, I mean, explore freight. You know, I'm someone who I never would have, like shunting operations, for example. I never in a million years would have thought I would have fun doing it, but I tried it. I loved it. So definitely explore stuff that you feel is sort of, you know, kind of like pulling you. Hello, LaserJet. Welcome to the stream. We're driving the 66 with the VTG tankers, part of the Cargo Pack Volume 1 pack. Just want to say, you are killing it for Train Sim World content. Keep killing it. You're doing amazing. But yeah, Sammy, so for commuter line, so the biggest and arguably best timetable is on the London commuter. Now, that is a bit of an older route, so it's not going to look as glamorous as the newer routes, but there's no arguing with the timetable. So that could be worth checking out as well. If you want something modern, Long Island Railroad 2 just came out. That's a commuter route. Although you might have a bit of a hard time managing the safety systems as they're forced on. So bear that in mind. Honestly, there's actually so much. There's actually so much. Oh, yo, he's here. He is. It's a nice surprise. No worries, man. And also you have an energy which I can only aspire to. I always say I'm very like I'm very reserved, I'm very chill, especially when especially if I'm making content offline to then upload as a video. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Streams are definitely more my my forte. So yeah, man. Joe Dobson is also amazing for just, I don't know where you guys get the energy, man. I don't know how you guys do it. I honestly don't know how you guys do it. Just constant flow of energy. Yeah, all the packs are a bit daunting. Definitely, it could be worth, Sammy. Heads up, the place can be toxic, but it also can be very, very helpful. Could be worth heading over to the forums, the Dovetail forums, going to the Train Sim World section, and just kind of checking out what people are saying about certain routes, or creating your own thread, and maybe shortlisting a few routes, asking for people's opinions. Like I said, it can be a toxic place. It can also be a very, very, very helpful place as well. So I would say give that a try as well if you're comfortable with it. Bit by bit, Transport Legends, bit by bit. Right, here's the red that we sailed on right by about 10 minutes ago. How about we don't do that this time? Now that I'm fully locked in, I'm focused now. I can only agree with Transport Legends. Do you think, Hank, when we get some Assetto Corsa going, that there'll be more of it? I'm confident. I'm confident in Assetto Corsa, I'll be honest. I feel like there'll be a dip in the beginning, and then the numbers will go up again. Only because, generally speaking, maybe I'm making a silly assumption here, but generally speaking, I feel like people who like trains don't generally like racing. It's not a bad disparity as with Fortnite, but because we're still in the simulation genre. But yeah. Right, should we give it a full beans then and see how we get on? Don't want to give it too much beans though. Okay, not too much beans. Okay, that's definitely more like it. Right, all greens for now. I don't trust them though. I don't trust them. I can't afford to. I think these tankers are arguably the heaviest in game. That's why it's so easy to get caught off guard. You drive any freight formation on in Germany with tankers, you're alright. You know, same thing in the US. Obviously in the US it's a whole different thing with how many you're going to be hauling. But you never really have to worry about weight per tanker. Whereas here, it's a different ball game, man. Things very, very quickly get chaotic. Right, let's give her everything now. Do a little flyby as well. Hopefully I don't get jump scared again like last time. Still greens for the meantime. Gonna get that 166 come beside us anytime now. There you go. Oh my god. I will not be deceived. I'm keeping a sharp eye on the signals this time around. That's the 4th time, I think. The 4th time I've fell with this this scenario. The enhancement pack truly enhances this this route. With the sort of stock you see at the sidings. I just have Blackpool to download. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. So it is set in the 80s, Sammy, but in terms of like what like I mean, relative to what we normally get with a DLC, it's incredible. It's incredible. We never get a train with more than one livery or like engine option, and you've got the Pacer with 3 types of engines, 4 or 5 liveries if I'm not mistaken, and then and then some of the stock that's in it that's already been in the game. Also, once again, check out what can layer onto it, because I think DLCs will enhance it. Loco DLCs will definitely enhance the experience. But the locos that we already had in game that are operational on Blackpool have been enhanced as well to make them more period specific, more period accurate. And it's just like the effort is just ridiculous, man. The scenery is just incredible. It's incredible. So yeah, definitely a good choice. Should be done by the time I finish work in an hour. I appreciate you spending your work time with me, Sammy. That's right, I'm 80. Lovely then, lovely. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Thank God this is a go via, because all I saw was like the numbers going down very, very quickly. And if it was a stop, would have been a problem. Look at that. I love the stock with the graffiti on it. I absolutely love it. Got 37, got 33, got some Mark. I don't know if these are Mark 1s or Mark 2s. I'm not quite sure I saw the difference. Look at that, man. Oh, there's something over here as well. What's this? Another Mark something coach. Can't tell for the life of me. Alright, Transport Legends. Thank you for stopping by, my man. Have a good one. Hopefully catch you later on for some Euro Truck. It's all good. Oh. What do you mean, Sammy? Work from day to day. Can't make heads or tails of it. .6 miles to West Drayton. What could possibly go wrong? I'm not trying to find out. Welcome. Oh, okay. I love the whole work from home thing, man. Never done it myself yet. Hopefully I can make use of it at some point. But yeah, I love it. Look at that. 66 racing by as we head off into the sunset. What more can you ask for, eh? What more can you ask for? I'm writing emails or typing. Spin in my head. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not, Sammy. It's a risky one. It reminds me of when those ones where you're on the phone, you're messaging someone on the phone, and you're trying to have a conversation with someone that's actually with you, and you end up typing what you're meant to be replying to the person beside you, or what the person is saying. You end up just like transcribing it. Yeah. Streaming is working from home. To be fair, yeah. But it's unpaid, so it's like, you know, I don't know. It's not the same. It's not contractual. Let me put it like that. It's not contractual. Where did that 60 come from? Oh, 2 yellows. All right. So we know what we need to do here now. I'm gonna put it all the way down to 3.5 bar, and hope that that's enough. Nope. I'm gonna apply max brakes. I'm not gonna lie, because we're just not slowing down. We're not slowing down. We're not slowing down. This is how I felt. Okay, so around 2 miles away from West Drayton, brake, or maybe from 2.5 miles away. I'm full braking on both direct brake and the automatic brake, and we're just not slowing down quickly enough. And we're only on a 0.1% gradient. So this is how it happens. We're not slowing down enough. We have like time, not time, but we've got, I don't know, 1 mile, 1.2 miles. I mean, it's not like we've got a super long formation as well. It's not exactly short, but it's not, you know, it's not miles and miles long. It's not like the US freight formations. I think we're okay though, I think we're gonna be okay. I really hope it changes regardless. Just in case we're not okay. I can't do any more with the brakes. Unless I hit the emergency brake. Is there an emergency brake button? There should. What the hell? At the same time I saw this, my light turned off. It's a conspiracy. Alright, we're good. We are good. We made it. Somehow. I don't know where my oh, there you are. Why is my person T-posing? Why is my fellow engineer just sitting here T-posing? Right, let's release everything. What's this then? And there she goes with the wind. Who is T-posing? There was never anyone there. Right, let's have a word. Oh, okay, she's back. Let's have a word with the signaler. What? So what is it? What's the situation ahead of us then? If it's this 166, we're going this way. So we can still go through and stop at this signal if anything. And why is this signal green? Oh, it's coming towards me. Duh. Okay, makes sense. Okay, cool. So in that case, yeah, we are gonna have to wait for it to depart from its station. I really hope the roadmap this week will show screenshots of the new Metrolink route. I don't expect it to give detailed exposed leaks of JT's new route. Now, I think JT's new route is a while away, to be fair. But yeah, it would be nice to see the Metrolink. What do we know of it so far in terms of like trains that are going to run on it, end and start points, mileage? Do we know anything at all? Alright, it's finally making its way out, I think. Are my headphones backwards? No. Why is it moving so slowly? I know these aren't the quickest trains. Why is it just going so slowly? .40. So it's on a 40 limit. That's not 40 though. It's barely half. Take your time then. Right, so now we should get the go ahead. Yep. Why? Oh, right. I'm in neutral. That makes sense. Right, now it's a he, and he's sitting down. Not sure what's going on with the engineers. I went briefly over a real life video of the new Metrolink a couple of months ago on YouTube just to know what to expect. It looked interesting, similar to Peninsula Corridor. That's not a bad thing, in my opinion. That's not a bad thing. I know it's been pretty much neglected in game, but the route itself was one of my favorite routes for a little while. Pre the rush hour stuff, I think Peninsula Corridor was definitely top 3. Yeah, it was a really good route. It's a shame that when I was playing through it, it was crashing over and over and over again. It really sucked. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what little I played of it. Plenty of layers as well. Timetable was decent. There always seems to be something going on. It just kept crashing over and over and over and over again. I don't know what issue there was. They fixed it eventually. It was a dovetail issue. They fixed it, but by then I had long moved on. Alright, so because we learned from our mistakes, I'm happy to keep it relatively slow. Not too slow though, but relatively slow. I played Peninsula Corridor 2 weeks ago and it crashed. Oh. So then I can only guess that whatever the issue was previously that they had fixed, the fix has gone, basically. Not entirely unheard of. Not entirely unheard of. I think there was an issue in Northern Pennine, that route, that there was a bug of some sort that had been fixed, and then one of the TSW4 updates that had nothing to do with it broke it and reverted the patch. So that's just Dovetail for you, man. That's Dovetail for you. That's a shame. That's really a shame. They want me to go all the way up to the signal, eh? I see the game they're playing. Right, surely, traveling at 4 miles an hour, surely we can't mess this one up. I'll happily let us coast at this speed till we get there. Still took a while, you know. Given we were going at 4 miles an hour, it still took a while. I'm not waiting for a moment. Thanks, driver. We need to wait here for local control to escort the train down the branch to the terminal. Take a break. A break I will take indeed. Right. Only took us 5 goes, but we finally did it. Right, we've got 20 minutes left. Sammy, is there anything you're particularly curious about that you'd want to see for the last 20 minutes of the stream? Perhaps a little insight into Blackpool branches. What are the scenarios like on here? How long are they? I saw the 20. I didn't realize it was 1 hour and 20. That would have been beautiful. To be fair, I wouldn't mind doing a run on Blackpool. Blackpool sounds good. Let's go then. Let's take the pacer. And let's check in this chocolate and cream livery. Got a 25-minute. Anything 20 minutes by any chance? 24. I saw 24. 24 is the best one you're going to get. I saw 23, but I want to do something more in the daylight. Let's do this one, 24. That will take us to the end of the stream. Why is it pitch black? It should be current month. May, June even. Why is it pitch black at 4 p.m.? Okay, let's do a morning one then. 3rd of June. All I'm adding is a bit of cloud. Okay, that's more like it. Right, master key on. Let's get the doors open. Burn forward. Sail lights to head. Instrument lights on, that's good. Destination light can be off. Is that a 47 coming in? Or a 45? You've also got working announcements on this route, Sammy, which can't be taken for granted. Let me know if I need to turn my volume up as well a little bit, because everything is loud here. I think it's all good though. Just under 30 seconds before we depart. Well, 101, the most, well, arguably the most challenging, I'll say the most challenging diesel powertrain now that we've got steam. But before steam came along, I think it's fair to say the 101 is probably the most challenging train to drive. Alright, so this is a direct train. Straight to Preston. Explains why it's only 20 minutes long. Those raw sounds though. They are good. They are good. Do love a bit of screech. The bounce as well. The Pacers were famously known for their discomforts. Right, let's give her everything then. If this sounds like a bus, it's because it's literally a bus engine. Yeah, we're not smooth LNER. Are you referring to the modern day LNER? I think it's safe to say we can all agree. Safe to say we can all agree. I mean, to be fair though, although it may not be as bad as the the Pacers, I don't hear great things about like the IETs, for example. So there are modern stock that are questionable in ride comfort. I'd love a Shinkansen DLC, sickest train ride I've ever had. We're getting there. We're starting to. We've got the Tadame line in the works, so we finally started to browse towards Asia. Definitely, will still be some time before we see something else, but at least the move has begun towards that side of the world. So hopefully, at some point in the near future. I'm pretty sure that's high on the list, to be fair. I think the Tadame route was a nice one for the developers to get their, you know, the feet stuck into the mud, if that's the right way to put it, with learning how Unreal Engine works and the editor and all of this. And I think when they're ready, when they're comfortable with it, we should see a lot more. Whoops. Oh boy, how do I reset it? I shouldn't have gotten up. It was adamant to stop me. Don't be surprised the performance is a little bit shaky. Hey, hello Tim, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, don't be surprised if performance is a little bit shaky, even on PS5, Sammy. There's a lot that's gone into this route. Doing pretty good. I love to hear that, man. That's amazing. Especially on a Monday. Yeah, the PS5 version frame rate shocks when entering large depots. Oh, okay, so you already experienced a little bit of that. Cool. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But I think it's a fair price to pay. I guess it's subjective, but I think it's a fair price to pay. Maybe not all the time. But yeah, trying to get in HD and not 4K seems to help a bit. A lot of routes still look good. I mean, generally speaking, it still looks good in HD. I'm playing at 1440p right now. I have a 4K monitor, but some routes are just way too demanding. When I used to play 4K and I can play it fine on my own, but when I now start streaming and add that into the mix, it all goes to hell. I've had times when I've loaded up this route when I would play it in 4K and stream it, and it would bring down the whole stream. Got jury duty on the 24th. Man, I feel like I'm so lucky to not have done that. And I'm not going to say yet. I'm not going to do that. It's such an inconvenience. And the fact that you can't say no. And the fact that you can just go and just, like, have a say in someone's... potentially, like, quite a big say in someone's life. It's crazy, man. It's very, 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 like, old school. I wish I had a choice. That's what I dislike, to be honest. Thankfully, it's not as extreme. I'm not saying it's on the same level. I'm not. But it gives me the same sort of vibe as like being forced to join the army, which, well, in the UK is going to be a thing soon apparently. But I don't really rock with the whole being forced to do something, man. And like I said, something that then has an impact on someone else's life. The same thoughts. Glad it's not cancelable then. Well, hopefully not. This is just nice. You know, some routes in Train Sim World are just nice. Like, this is just nice. We're just going along, bouncing away. Nice scenery. It just works. I can't really explain how, but it just works. Like, a lot of routes are just sort of, you kind of do your job, go from A to B. If you're going to do any stops on the way, make your stops, and then Bob's your uncle. The route's done. That's that. But then you have something like this, which is just you can experience. You not experience. You appreciate the journey. You don't look forward to the end. You appreciate the journey. I love it. This is what I mean by like a route giving you a particular feeling. It may not be like era specific, like we spoke about earlier, but even just, I don't know, like I don't feel like my time's been wasted. You know, I'm having a great time, even if I wasn't streaming. This is one of the greats for sure. Number one in your books, Tim? What do you think? I appreciate these moments extra because I'm getting old. I don't like games aren't exciting as they used to be, you know. There's a lot more logic now and less emotion when playing. So when a game sort of brings back that like feeling of just excitement and just immersing you into that world, it's very noticeable. It sticks out. No, I can't. That is the response I was hoping for. I was hoping there would be like a joint top spot, you know. Because I'm pretty torn between Blackpool branches, Southeastern High Speeds. Midland Mainline's really close for me. It's really, really up there. Obviously with all the relevant layers and DLCs. Blackpool, Dresden, Nidatorban. Oh, I forgot about Nidatorban. Nidatorban's really nice as well. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That gives you a really nice feeling. That's one of those routes that induces that feeling. When you say lays, what do you mean? So basically, you can have a particular route, and there are other routes. So you can have one DLC, and then there are other route DLCs, whose trains can. Or whose trains can be playable on that route DLC, on the initial route DLC. So, for example, think. Someone give me an example. I'll give you a theoretical example. So you have this. Blackpool branches. Now, the Class 150 doesn't layer on here. It can't. But theoretically speaking, if it did, it meant that if you owned the route where the 150 is, so West Cornwall local, if you owned that route, then you'd see the Class 150 layer on to here. If you don't own that route, then you won't see it here, if that makes sense. Again, the 150 doesn't layer on here. It's just a theoretical example. I love Naruto, such a chill driver. It really is. I've barely driven the 628. I keep finding 363 services to do. I barely drive the 628 there. I need more 628 drives. So in the DLC description when it says to get the most of... Yes, exactly that, Sammy. Exactly that. You do the 101 DMUs, yeah. So the 101s that we saw at Blackpool, that I was saying is was arguably the hardest train to drive. That's an example. That train doesn't come with the routes when you buy it, but if you own Northern Transpennine, I believe, it will layer on. I am open to correction if I got any of that wrong. I just got added into a WhatsApp crypto group chat. Been down to 62, I know the left to right and the main top one. Love that little DMU. I have some beef with it. I'll be honest. I can't get it to work a lot of the time. I don't know why. But usually it will be when I'm driving a modded timetable. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I think I do everything right. And I just can't get it moving. So yeah. I don't know. The 101 DMU appears. Yeah, there you go. I've got both of them, so I can't say which one exactly it's layered from. I've got both NTP and Tees Valley line. German routes tends to have the best layering system operating. Yeah, so German routes just have that. Yeah, you can have a plethora of layers. I did, Tim. Tim, you know what? I know I should finish streaming right now. You know, no. Let me give myself energy because I'm going to be doing at least a 3-hour drive on Euro Truck later on. Let me reserve some energy. Maybe Wednesday. If you're around, Tim, this time on Wednesday. Not this time, but 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. This stream time. If there's room on the request list, I'll put like. So there's a modern timetable on Naruto 1. That's where I couldn't get it going. And there was a couple other routes, but I don't remember which ones. And hopefully you can be around to help me out. But I was sure I had everything like right. Hello, Punk. This isn't Euro Truck, no. This isn't. However, in a couple of hours, we'll be there. No idea where we're going to be going, by the way. I'll buy my truck and we'll plan the route all on stream, and obviously begin it. I think I'm going to buy a Renault. And yeah, just tune it. I try to be there to help. I hope so, man. I hope so. No, obviously no stress if you can't be there. But I really want to enjoy it. I think I've driven it once, I believe, once ever. I really want to enjoy it, man. But I can tell it's a train that I'll be enjoying. Lays into only go forward. Yes, that's a key point as well. Thank you, Simon. You won't get. If a newer train comes out, you won't see it at all on the older routes, even if like it makes sense to layer it on or whatever. It's only new routes that will have layers from older routes. That sucks because there's actually a lot of opportunities there if it did go the other way, but no time apparently. Got a static sheep. I know the only sheep. I know the only animals. I know. But like you see like the deer in Cimrel. They're alive. They move. You know? It plays a part. It plays a very small part. But a lot of drops are what make an ocean, you know? So anyway. He hasn't been in front of it. No worries, Sammy, man. No worries. The whole reason I do these streams is to kind of help people out. In case they're unsure about a DLC or, you know, they want to help making a decision. So I'm glad that we can provide you a service as a community. Static low poly sheep. It's again, I know they're only sheep. I get it. But it shows the overall lack of effort, you know? And it's not on Just Trains. It's not on Just Trains. It's a Dovetail thing. It's a Dovetail asset. I'm pretty sure if you could have animated farm animals, they would have put it on here. But like when I'm driving on Cimrel and I'm going past like somewhere where a group of deer are and I'm seeing them move, it does put a little thing in your head of, oh, I hope like they don't cross the track, or oh, I hope, you know, they don't get hit by a train, you know. Whereas here you see them static and it's like they might as well be a fence. How do you get the passing camera view? I don't know how to do it on console, Sammy. I don't know how to do it with a controller. I can only do it on PC. I'm currently on PC. PSN app just notified me of Blackpool installed. Nice. You're about to have a good time. There's so much opportunity to make so many routes better. Oh, Simon, there's potential. The whole, not downfall, but the thing that disappoints me the most with Train Sim World is the potential. It's the potential that they flat out refuse to explore. Why? Don't you want money? You obviously want money. They obviously want money. And they can make so much more, but they're so hell-bent on doing it their way. So, yeah, it sucks, man. At least you have the community there. But then at least give us full reign of the editor so we can do what we want to do and what we want to see. If they refuse, they are, but I believe they're threatened. If they release a full editor and people start making money off their own modifications, like we saw in Train Sim Classic, there's not going to be a need to buy any Dovetail stuff. I'll be real. Providing service is not something DTG Adnan would say. No, it doesn't, because DTG Adnan doesn't exist. So that's impossible. Might as well be trees. Might as well be anything that just doesn't. Might as well be the construction vehicles that are apparently in construction, but are just still in time, frozen in time. Even in Train Sim Classic. In Train Sim Classic, the diggers and the construction stuff moved around. Why are we going backwards? Yeah. It's a love-hate thing. It's a love-hate thing. Oh, this group chat is really annoying. Why is this sort of crypto thing still a thing? I remember like when it was at its peak and you would just get added to all these Instagram group chats and all sorts. I thought we were done. I thought we were past that. SnowRunner has that exact problem. I'm a bit sad about SnowRunner because I know I've missed out on MudRunner, and the time's gone now, kind of thing for that, especially in terms of making content. And so I thought to myself, okay, boom, SnowRunner's gonna come out, and yeah, I'm not gonna miss it this time. And then it came out, and I saw all the reviews, heard what people were saying. It's a shame, man. And what saddens and worries me is that it looks like this is where gaming is going. It's slowly getting better again, but for the majority, gaming is in a bit of a weird state right now. Bit of a weird state. You see what's happening with Tarkov and just all these developers, and I don't know, man. I mean, it's given a chance for these new developers and new studios and new games to come out, which is good. There's always opportunity in chaos, but yeah, when it's a game that you're passionate about, it stings a little bit. These guys don't exist, just you don't know it. Oh no. Why are we stuttering and spluttering and cluttering? Okay. Because when I used to play at 4K and stream, this would be where it all goes down the drain. But I think we're still good, right? I think we're still good. D2G Adnan will never exist. How about that? So many great maps and truck modes, you never really need any of the official DLC. Oh, what? For Mud Runner? What was I saying last before the ads cut me off, Sammy? Oh, is that like a Royal Mail thing? This is cool. Oh, this is so cool, man. This is cool. Look at that. Like they didn't need to put, you know, these packages and whatnot out, but it just adds a little bit. It just adds a little bit to everything. Where the Ford Transit started. About the mods for the OG System Classic. Oh, I don't remember. If you become a regular here, Sammy, you'll you'll learn a little about me. I tend to forget a lot of things. Yeah. Maybe it will come up at some point in the future in conversation again. Thank you, though, to everyone who's been around. It's been a pleasure streaming to you guys once again. Obviously, we are calling it here for Train Sim World, but we are going to be back later tonight with some Euro Truck Simulator in just under 2 hours' time. We'll be... it's going to be good. I've got 90... For map stuff alone, map files alone, I've got 99 of those. 99 separate mod files for maps. Obviously, some maps are made of several different files, so I don't have 99 map mods, but just to give you an idea. Then we've got sounds and traffic and density and events, and it's a lot. It's gonna be good. It should be interesting. So yeah, we'll be back in just under 2 hours, like I said. But if you're not going to be back with us later on, once again, thank you for the follow, Sammy. I hope you enjoy your time on Blackpool. You will. I know you will. But yeah, I bid you guys a lovely rest of your Monday. Have a lovely rest of your week as well. I should be part of it, hopefully. But if I'm not, have a lovely rest of your week. Look after each other. Stay safe. And as usual, peace out. See you guys soon.